Fucking silly whore! Bitch! Slag! Fucking harlot! Cunt!
What is happening?
So Rory, this slut of a slave is having trouble remembering who her masters and betters are.
Leave it. I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
I wouldn't thank me just yet.
Pal, I was gassed in the war. I need to feed my kid.
Of course. Of course. Run along, Bear. Have some business with your father.
You can't come in here.
Dr. Naughton. Zena, you got to help.
Jesus Christ! Who did this?
I don't know.
Have you called the police?
Oh, aye. Tell the cops. Somebody's beating up the junkies. Hurry, come quick, eh?
I don't know why you drinking this fucking Dave Wilson.
Nice family atmosphere.
Did you get the stuff?
Yeah.
All of it?
Yeah.
Here's Johnny!
Get that fucking off.
What, Catherine?
Oh, she's crashed in the bedroom, man.
You're not going to get a shout?
Aye, alright. Garth! 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 Oh, she's a dumb fucking bitch.
Looks like this one's already dead.
Jesus, looks like fucking AIDS.
Hirosa, sucking this. You're one sick fucker, McCoist. Bye-bye, scumbags.
Evening, Sergeant.
What we got?
4 bodies. 3 burned real bad. It looks as though somebody beat the shit out of them before they were torched. Looks like more vigilante stuff.
Vigilante?
All occupants were heroin users, sir.
44?
Real strange, Sarge. No beating, no fire damage. It's like the vigilantes never touched her. She may have been dead for some time.
OD? Natural causes?
Well, the body looks like she may have been dead for days, stiff as a board. But there's fresh blood, lots of it, soaked into the bed. I think...
What do you think, Constable?
Some sort of drug-crazed Richler frenzy, sir.
Yeah, there's some real sick people out there, Constable.
Zena, can you give me a positive ID on this one?
She was one of my patients.
One of your wee pet junkies, was she?
She had a drug dependency problem, if that's what you mean.
It's beyond me why you bother looking after these losers.
Somebody's got to Christine.
Well, nobody's been looking after this poor little...
Kathleen McDermott.
Well, I reckon Kathleen here's been dead for 5 or 6 days.
Impossible, Chris. I saw her 3 days ago, and the police said the blood was fresh.
Yeah? Well, look, this is the thing. We don't think it's her blood. See these 2 lesions on her neck? See this hole? Looks like someone's tried some kind of... I don't know. Homemade blood transfusion. See this hole? To drain, and this to put it in. With a funnel from the looks of things. They explain the pools of blood everywhere.
But who in their right mind?
Exactly. Your wee pals are out their tiny minds on God knows what half the time. They'd believe anything. Including changing her blood.
But why?
For the same reason we know it's not her blood. Your patient had AIDS.
She was HIV positive.
Hepatitis?
Type B.
Sexually transmitted diseases?
Gonorrhea twice.
And childhood illnesses?
I can find out.
Well, you don't have to. There's no trace of any of it in the test we ran. Even if this blood was stolen from a hospital, there'd be traces of the donor's past infections. But there's nothing. It's like she's got reverse AIDS. A super-acquired immunity syndrome. Instead of being susceptible to any disease, something's wiping out any diseases in the bloodstream, past or present.
Then how come she's dead? Janet, could you type this first thing and send it out first class? Dr. Heather Wolfe, Department of Immunology and Infectious Diseases, Royal Infirmary, Edinburgh, EH22DA. Hey Heather, it's me, your favourite student, Mother Teresa. Yep, I'm still working the 14-hour days. But I'll meet you properly though, as per your advice. Anyhow, I'm not writing to tell about my non-existent personal life. As you'll see from the enclosed autopsy reports and medical records, I've got what appears to be an acquired and effective immunity to the full-blown AIDS. As this would of course be, as far as I know, unique, I need your expert advice to tell me where I'm going wrong. But check it out for me, Heather, eh? All my love, Zena. Come in.
Dr. Martin.
Do I know you?
Jeremy South, Baker Pharmaceuticals.
I don't deal with drug companies or their scheming reps. I buy generic. And if you think I'll turn my patients into guinea pigs for some cheap bribe, you can take your free holidays, cars and all the rest and stuff it.
I think you misunderstand me, Doctor. I'm not selling anything. But I am connected with our research department, but not in the way that you think. I can be of some help to you.
Oh yeah? Like how?
Well, I'm authorised to dispense any amounts of money that you may need for your immediate research.
What research? I'm a GP. What are you talking about?
Your correspondence with Dr. Wolfe?
This is my letter. How did you get this? Not from Heather, that's for sure. This is theft! Dr. Zena Morton, 27 years old. Youngest female graduate admitted to Edinburgh School of Medicine. Engaged third year to Sean O'Kane, fellow student. Both instrumental in campaign against long hours for junior doctors. Cyclical depression leads to O'Kane's use of medicinal heroin. Died of accidental overdose during internship. After death, Morton starts to specialise in problems of IV drug use and later HIV/AIDS. Morton is thought to have little interest in material gain, but may be susceptible to persuasion of a more idealistic nature. You steal my mail and spy on my life? Get out of here, you bastard!
Okay, Zena, I admit it. I was wrong. But we're fighting a war here, and we're losing. Never mind the proper trials and procedures. We haven't got the time. Think, you could be saving millions of lives. And all I need from you is the name of your patient.
Oh, aye. And then your company could be making millions out of another untested pseudo-cure. Beat it, pal, before I call the police. Sean?
So, are you any further forward on cause of death?
Massive loss of blood, as I've told you before, Sergeant.
You know what I mean, Doctor. Who or what caused this massive loss of blood? Can you tie it in with the others in the flat?
It's more likely that those so-called vigilantes did whatever to her. If you read the autopsy report on the other 3 bodies, you'd realise what sick perverts those people are.
That's highly unlikely, Doctor.
You know something I don't, Sergeant?
It beats me, Doctor, why a good-looking, intelligent woman like yourself would want to waste so much time on people like these.
And what kind of people are these?
You know who I mean. The dregs that live in areas like this. What are you middle-class liberals?
You bigot. But then again, people in areas like this never amount to anything, never mind doctors, eh? I spent all my years in medical school listening to how working-class people weren't worth anything because they smoked, drank, ate fatty foods, never mind drugs. Their own worst enemies. When it's people like you, up from the dregs yourself, that enforce a shit system like this, instead of trying to change it. You're the enemy, Sergeant.
You got to see me, Doctor?
Come in, Jane.
Ah, the lovely Miss Suter. Sucked off any sailors recently?
Fuck off and die, you piece of drug squad shit.
Get out of my surgery, Sergeant.
Ladies?
So you want to see me, Doctor?
I've got the results of your latest blood test back.
Oh, Jesus. You dragged me in for that? Well, what are you going to tell me, eh? Oh, my self-imposed death sentence is finally coming to an end, eh? Tick fucking talk.
Jane, are you using the clean needles I'm giving you?
I'm not going to give it to anyone else, am I?
And the condoms?
Look, the only person I'm fucking is Dave, and we're both positive, so it's no big deal.
Is David sleeping with anyone else, Jane?
Ask him yourself.
You have to tell me who he's sleeping with.
I don't fucking know, do I?
Jane, you have to tell me who he's sleeping with.
Back off! I don't know, do I? Like some slut at that place he goes to. You know that rich guy, the one that lives in the top of the tower block? That one. But what's the big deal?
I'm sorry, Jane, it's just... You're no longer HIV positive.
What?
And I need to know why. You're slightly anemic, but no virus. It's just like someone I saw a few days ago.
You mean I've not got the plague anymore?
No, Jane, you're well for now. You've gained an immunity somehow through transfer of blood through Dave. You've got to find out where he's going for me, Jane. You've got to find out where he's gone.
Shall we dance? Who is it?
I'm a pal Louis Davies.
So much about you, Zina, my dear. Your patients speak very highly of you. Struggling to save their pathetic lives while they endeavour to destroy themselves and all of those around them. Is something wrong, Doctor? I see you disapprove of my choice of sustenance. But then, of course, you would, wouldn't you? But supposing you had had a chance to save this boy from himself, to what end? Was he to become a great artist or musician? Discover a cure for cancer? Bring peace to troubled lives? When you've lived as long as I have, Doctor, individual life ceases to have meaning, and the pain and cruelty of the ages ceases to shock. One must take a longer-term morality, Doctor. For had I not ended his life here and now to feed my own helpless addiction, what chance would the lad have had? Petty thieving, jail, grinding poverty, disease, bringing sorrow to his family, fear and loathing to his neighbours. You perceive me as being cruel, but not as cruel as the life he would have led. I am doing him and his community a favour. I see my arguments are not attractive to you, Doctor. What about me? Am I not attractive? You're so fucking scared you feel as if you're about to wet yourself. But think, is some of that excitement, the excitement of total freedom, to eat, drink, fuck, see, think, whatever you want. It's so easy, Sina. Come, join me.
to me, Zina. Come to me, Zina. Come to me. Come to me in your dreams. Come to me, Zina. Come to me, Zina. Come to me, Zina. Come to me.
I think you've had enough.
Show yourself, you!
Convenient for yourself and your masters, but you're the startup mistress. Paid to hang your own crimes on. Clean up your case to some extent. All those unsolved murders committed by thine own fair hand, proud to some poor deluded psycho. But you were forced to take care of with the... What's this? A rounder's bat? Just breaking a few ribs here and there, Sergeant. So that in the final moments of your mean and twisted life, you can reflect on the pain. And you're cold. Cold.
Okay, girls, let's calm down now. Calm down. So the most important thing, no matter what the circumstances, don't have unprotected sex. If you can't get hold of a condom, you can follow some of the safe sex techniques I've showed you. Penetration isn't the be-all and end-all, no matter what the guys tell you.
Miss, but what if they won't put one on? Miss, what if he says it's like taking a shower with a raincoat on?
Well, you simply tell them if it isn't going on, it isn't going in. HIV is no joke, and to trade some supposed genital or probably penis-based pleasure simply isn't worth it. Remember, the main sex organ is the brain.
Well, that leaves most of the guys around here with about 2 inches then, miss. What if you just can't help yourself? Miss, what top of your lips are saying no, no, but your hips are saying yes, yes. Oh.
Girls,
Yes.
when men are hard, they're soft.
With your mouth!
And you're protected.
Has it never happened to you, miss? You know the guy's bad news. A bastard even. But maybe you want to go with him anyhow.
I think all women come across a situation like that in their lives, Katrina. Okay, girls, that's it. I've got a phone call to make. Now remember what I've told you and practice it. I don't want to see it at my clinic.
Hello, Zena. Sorry to bother you. I thought I'd better call you straight away. I've got another one of your patients down in the morgue. Exactly the same thing. No trace of anything in the blood, just not a lot of it. Another home transfusion job. Jane Suter. Yes. I'm sorry, Zena.
Yeah. Thanks anyway, Christine. Bye-bye. Hello? Yes, could I speak to Sergeant Ralston, please? Is he on shift tonight? Well, when is he next on shift? Well, when is he back off leave? Well, is there any way I can contact him? Yes. Okay. No. Thank you. No, I won't leave a message.
Well, goodness me, Sergeant.
Excuse me.
Can I help you?
I've been told you specialise in occult books.
That is correct. Any area in particular?
Vampires. Vampirism.
I see. Well, again, that's quite a broad area. Could you be more specific?
How to kill them.
And is this for practical or research reasons?
Well, both, really. I'm a doctor. I have a patient who thinks he's a vampire. He will not face his psychosis in reality, therefore I intend to confront him on his own terms and kill him, as it were, forcing him to admit to himself that he is not indeed a vampire.
I see. But the stake cannot be of any wood. It can be aspen, traditionally the wood of the cross, you know. Or alternatively, it can be maple or hawthorn.
I didn't realise the mythology of all this stuff was so complex.
Mythology, Doctor, you are too sceptical. In Middle Europe even now there are people who would dispute that such legends do not at least have some basis in truth. So as a matter of interest, who does your chap claim he is? Dracula? Nosferatu? Vlad the Impaler?
No, this is a very complete psychosis. A fully created world, including a knighthood. A complete moral, or rather amoral system. Even a Gaelic pedigree. Sir Rory MacDorkidus.
Red Son of Darkness.
See what I mean? He's thought it all out. I don't know where he gets half of it.
Just a minute.
What have you got now?
Leor Nanork.
Excuse me?
You've no Gaelic at you then. It means the Book of Wickedness. It's pretty old, but if your man has adopted the identity of someone who may have existed, it'll be in here or nowhere. It's organised in depravity rather than alphabetically. So let's see. Your man would have to be, at the very least, a multiple murderer. More. Here's Glencoe.
Christ, that's him. I mean, it looks like him.
Sir Rory MacDorkidus and Ridger Bronach, the mournful knight. Sir Rory was the youngest and purest of the Knights Templar who led the common people of Stirling into battle at Bannockburn, thus ensuring the defeat of the English and the freedom of the Scots.
I thought the Knights Templar were some sort of modern-day Masonic type thing.
In the Middle Ages, the Knights Templar were a powerful and rich organisation who controlled the way to the Holy Lands. So rich and powerful that the Avignon popes had the order wiped out in most brutal fashion. Robert the Bruce, excommunicated at the time, however, took no action against the knights, so they returned the favour by fighting with Bruce's army. Offered land and wives by the king, many knights gave up their vows of poverty and chastity. Sir Rory kept fidelity, however, and thus was selected to be one of the 150 knights that was to escort the heart of Robert the Bruce on a pilgrimage to the Holy Lands, this being the king's deathbed wish. The knights, travelling through Spain, took up arms against the Moors, and were wiped out to a man, with the exception of Sir Rory, who had been injured in sword practice the day before. Overcome with grief not only for his king, but now with that of his comrades, a saddened Sir Rory swore to complete the journey to the Holy Land. Sir Rory reached Jerusalem, but had destituted himself spiritually and financially. His heart was seared by what it saw done in the name of Christianity and the Crusades. His pockets were empty, but unable to reveal himself as a Knight Templar, he was forced to return the heart to Scotland on foot. Attacked many times, his despair deepened, till travelling through Wallachia to avoid warring Serbian princes, he was ambushed and left for dead by a tribe of bloodlusting vagabonds. His humanity, tenuous at this point, disappeared completely. He brought Bruce's heart to Melrose Abbey and swore this was his last act as a man. Cursing all mortal life as shallow, false, and corrupt, he spat upon the cross in the abbey, and though never seen again, many weird and grotesque murders were attributed to him or his spirit.
Thank you.
Zina, I followed you. I had to. It was the only way. I have to find the source.
You just don't get it, do you, South? Now piss off!
I was only trying to help!
Here's your cure.
idea.
You startled me. I'll just be a minute.
Help me, it's true, you're right, I'm not a vampire, please take it out,
Oh, Christ.
Bitch! You'd wished you'd left it.
Get out, you stupid bastard! It's not safe here! I didn't kick you that hard, for Christ's sake!
Zena, it's me, Jeremy, help me. Zena, honey. Zena.
You will be aware of your research. As a vampire, I cannot enter the premises unless I am invited.
Come in.
You don't need this, Zena. Come here. Escape this life, the cessation of pain.
ashes to ashes, dust to dust.